Hello, guys. Welcome once again to A.O.S Group. Here we'll talk about everything related to language studies. If you are actually learning the French language, the German, or Spanish, or if you want to prepare for internationally recognized exams like IELTS, TOEFL, TEP Canada, or even perfect your English language, we are here for you. Likewise, if you are on the verge of working on one particular visa, be it the study permits, the work permits, the permanent residency, we can actually be of assistance to you. And I'm so happy today because today, just like we always do, every day we're always scheduled to start our live Q&A sessions by 3 p.m. West African time or 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time daily. Um, Today, if you have any questions as regards this topic, you can actually drop your questions relating to the video title here, either be it on the chat section or on the comment section. And I'm so happy because I've got a wonderful topic or a wonderful question that was asked by one of our attendees of our just concluded webinar. And the person asked the question 205, which states, how do I migrate and get a sponsored job in Canada? The question was asked by Sekina Ibrahim from Nigeria. And these questions are extracted from our M.M.M package, the Make Money and Migrate to Canada in 2023 webinar Q&A sessions. Now, a lot of people, to be very frank, would always most times ask this question: that how can I migrate? How can I get a sponsored job? How can I actually become a permanent resident? And these questions are always kind of linked to one another because people feel like before you migrate, you must get a job. Before you migrate, you must have sponsorship. Even people that don't think that, many people feel that yes, that is their way out because they don't have funds to sponsor their own relocation, their own applications. And this is the good news. Yes, it's very much possible for you to relocate or to migrate and get a sponsored job in Canada in order to ace or to ease your migration. But there are tricks to it, just like every other thing. It is not available to everyone, and that is why many people are not using that same pathway to go, or people don't know about how to go about it, so it becomes much more difficult for them to actually use that pathway. But that does not mean it is not working for those who it is working for. So that being said, I would like to give in this question and answer session about 4 to 5 different steps I feel you as an applicant can actually go through in migrating to Canada and in also getting that your visa sponsored job. And how are you going to do it? Let me tell you, the very first thing, if you want to go through any of this, you have to first of all find out how eligible you are. I see many people mistaking or misplacing this step in their journey. You understand? You must first of all find out if you are eligible for the sponsored job, if you are eligible for the particular pathway you want to go through, if you are eligible to actually become a resident of Canada finally. And let me tell you, before you even start any application process whatsoever, you have to first make sure that the eligibility criteria for immigrating are actually things that you have or things that you can work towards getting. Because most times I feel that even though people go through the eligibility process, they kind of become kind of discouraged. You understand? After finding out that yes, some of them may have to write exams like IELTS exam, some of them may not need to write exam, but they may need to have proof of funds, which will limit them. Some few years they may need to actually go through actually getting to the stress of recruiting, you understand, trying to look for jobs in Canada. And yes, these are things that should concern you, but don't let it actually take away the drive that you have to get a better life. You understand? The drive that you have to relocate out of your home country to Canada. So I will tell you that if you want to determine your eligibility, there are various immigration programs you can go through. The Federal Skilled Worker Program is one of them, Canadian Experience Class, Provincial Nominee Program, Work Permit, Study Permit. But before you go through all those, I need you to first of all go through a process which we call the pre-evaluation process. The pre-evaluation process will determine your eligibility. It will tell you the cost at which you would incur from the very beginning of the process to the end. It will also assist you to learn about your job prospects. In other words, the kind of jobs you are available or you are able to actually get when you land in Canada. And it would also assist you to find out if that particular pathway you are thinking of, that particular program you are thinking of, is the best program for you. You could go on our website, A.O.S Academy.com/migration-agency. That web link I actually shared in the chat section is exactly what I just quoted now. Go on there and actually fill the form that is there and use it to learn how well you are eligible for the process. Go through that process now and actually start with the application. Now, apart from that, the next thing you have to do after you have determined if you are eligible for a particular program or not is to actually find a job, because you would for those who want to actually get a job before they migrate, they need to get a job first. For those who don't have maybe proof of funds, they need to get a job offer letter that will serve as their own proof of funds while they are applying for immigration. So you can actually first of all get to have a job first in Canada, get a job offer from a Canadian employer, and also you can search for job openings. There are various job openings on various online job boards. Online recruitment agencies can also assist you, whether you are in Nigeria, you are outside of your own home country, or if you are even already in Canada. You could also network with people in your industry, maybe through LinkedIn, for instance, to search for jobs that are available to foreign workers while they are still in their own country. Likewise, if you are looking to going temporarily to Canada first and after some time now switching to permanent residency, you can actually do that, and it's very possible through the work permit. So you can actually apply. That's the third stage. You could apply for work permit after, you understand, after getting a job offer. Your employer would need to actually apply, however, to what we call the LMIA, the Labor Market Impact Assessment Report. And the LMIA is just like a document that proves that there is no foreign worker, or there is a need for a foreign worker to fill that particular role because there are no Canadian workers, be it Canadians themselves or permanent residents, that are available to take up that job. And if the LMIA is approved, then you can actually apply together with the LMIA report and the job offer letter that the employer would give you. Now, the next step, if you want to actually migrate, just like you said, how do I migrate? If you want to really migrate as a permanent resident, then you can actually apply for permanent residency. Do you understand? In line with your work permit or after your work permit. Because if you are interested in becoming a permanent resident of Canada, you can actually apply together with the work permit, you understand, for permanent residency through one of the immigration programs. And it will be much more easier for you now, even with being a foreigner, because you already have the job offer, because it will increase your chances of being selected by a particular immigration body or immigration pathway. Now, after you have actually done that, then if you are not yet in Canada, the next step for you is to actually prepare for your move. You prepare for your relocation. Once you have been approved for immigration and you have your work permit, for instance, if you are doing it together, you can actually start preparing for your move. You can actually include your settlement program into the limelight. And what that means is that the settlement program would help you to find a place you would live in Canada. It would help you maybe perhaps in opening a bank account before you even get to Canada. It will also assist you in familiarizing yourself with the Canadian customs and traditions and cultures, so that you will not just have cultural shock when you get to Canada. You'll be able to learn before you get there how to actually, you understand, interact and to live with the Canadians. So it's very important that in the process of you getting a work permit, getting a sponsored job, and in the process of you migrating, make sure that you are always truthful in your application. Do not lie, do not give false claims. You understand, and make sure that you are patient enough, because it does take time. So it does take significant time that you may need to actually wait for. You understand? Just make sure you do your research well and also work with people that have successfully done it. You can actually contact us or book a consultation session with us through our website on the web page aosacademy.com/contact dash us. In there, we can actually help to assist you through all the process of your relocation. We can assist you and even help you increase your chances of success of getting a Canadian visa approved, and getting your job offers, and even your permanent residency application sorted. So I hope that actually answers your question. If you have any further details or questions you'd like to ask, you can actually drop it on the comment section, on the live chat section of this video. And please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit on the notification bell to get updated anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and with your family. Thank you very much, and bye for now.